When he bought the club, Kenwood had been convinced that the Sox needed a new ballpark, just as all the other Major League Baseball teams were blackmailing their cities into building them new ballparks, in order to rake in more money to compete against each other in the game's murderous salary spiral. But that was before the curse of the Bambino was broken, and the fans fell in love with the Sox in a way that surpassed all previous levels of obsession. And this was a town where the newspapers did a front-page story each February on the team's equipment truck leaving for spring training in Florida. It wasn't just that the Sox had come back from a 3-game deficit to defeat the hated Yankees 4-3 in the League Championship Series, or that they'd flexed their muscles and crushed the power-laden Cardinals in a 4-game World Series rout. The astonishing and sustained outpouring of love occurred because this team had allowed every Red Sox fan in America to finally taste victory after generations of bitter disappointment. The 8 dark decades had commenced after the Red Sox, then the most successful team in baseball, winners of 5 world championships between 1912 and 1918, sold Babe Ruth to the Yankees in 1919. Ruth's departure to New York initiated the Yankees' run as the greatest dynasty in professional sports, and began 2 decades of total ineptitude by the once proud Red Sox. The futility of those years turned to agony after Tom Yawkey bought the Sox in the late 30s and restored the team to respectability through lavish spending. The stage was then set for what writers eventually called the curse of the Bambino, a litany of mistakes, failures, and misfortunes resulting in Red Sox losses. Pesky failing to throw out Slaughter in the 46 series, McCarthy starting the washed-up Gale House in the 48 playoff, Lonborg running out of gas in Game 7 of the 67 series, Johnson going with Burton instead of Willoughby in the 9th inning of Game 7 in 75, Torres giving up that homer to Bucky Dent in the 78 playoff, the ball going through Buckner's legs in 86, Little staying with Pedro too long in 03. And as each season turned into the next, with Yankee championships piling up as fast as Red Sox failures, smug New York fans would hold up signs that simply said 1918, reminding Boston fans how long it had been since the last World Series win by the Red Sox. The Yankees were not just envied rivals. They were the evil empire. Kenwood had lived and died through every one of the famous disasters in Red Sox history, but he never believed the franchise was cursed. Like any right-thinking New Englander, he was a Sox fan from birth, saving money from his paper route in Pittsfield to attend a few games each summer at Fenway. From Ted Williams to Mo Vaughn, he'd seen them all, and seen them all fall short when it really mattered. While the Sox were failing with spectacular regularity, Kenwood was succeeding beyond even his most unrealistic dreams. He made a fortune in retailing and turned it into a bigger fortune on Wall Street. Then he bought the Boston Red Sox, and, miraculously, they won. They did what no Sox team since Babe Ruth's time, not the clubs with Teddy Ballgame or Yaz or the Rocket or Nomar, had been able to do. They saved generations of Sox fans from going to their graves without seeing their beloved ball club win a World Series. Ever since that night, when church bells rang from Bangor to Hartford, Red Sox Nation had repaid Lou Kenwood many times over, with sellouts, astronomical television ratings, and souvenir and apparel sales second to no other team in the majors. For his part, Lou Kenwood had returned the favor by delivering another championship. Yes, the sweep against the Rockies had seemed something of an anticlimax, but now the Red Sox had something they could once have only fantasized about, taunting rights over the Yankees. And it felt good. Kenwood had constructed a team that seemed destined to elbow the Yankees aside as kingpins of baseball. Boston, always known as the Hub, was being restored to its rightful place, abdicated for almost 90 years as the center of the baseball universe. Sox fans now expected the team to win, expected management to outsmart the Yankees when it came to accumulating baseball's top talent, and expected Lucky Louie to outspend his mistakes, as the Yankees had always been able to do. Lou Kenwood had no idea how long this stunning reversal of fortune could last, but he didn't expect to see the end of a love affair.